Hello and welcome to your English practice for today. Are you ready to improve your English fluency? Today we have a special story designed just for you. This is not just a story to read, it is a story to experience. We will follow a character named Sarah on a simple, everyday adventure. The goal is to help you listen, understand it easily, and then speak it yourself. This story is your bridge. We use a simple method: listen, repeat, shadow. It's simple but effective. The story is divided into 4 scenes. After each scene, there is a short practice section to help you speak. Find a quiet place, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Let's get started with scene 1. The sun was shining brightly in a clear blue sky. It was a beautiful Saturday morning, perfect for being outside. Sarah opened her window and took a deep breath, feeling a sense of excitement for the day ahead. After a quick breakfast, Sarah decided to visit the local farmer's market, her favorite weekend activity. She grabbed her favorite cloth bag, checked her shopping list, and put on her comfortable shoes. As she walked through her neighborhood, Sarah enjoyed the pleasant sights and sounds. Birds were singing in the trees and children were laughing in a nearby park. She waved to her neighbor, Mr. Henderson, who was watering his beautiful roses. "Good morning, Sarah," he called out with a friendly wave. "Good morning, Mr. Henderson," Sarah replied, smiling. The market was just a short walk away. As Sarah approached, she could already hear the lively sounds, vendors calling out their specials, people chatting, and the distant strumming of a street musician's guitar. The market was alive with energy. The happy buzz of people, the sweet scent of strawberries, and the savory aroma of baking bread filled the air. Stalls overflowed with fresh fruits and colorful vegetables. Sarah's eyes scanned the displays: crisp green lettuce, bright orange carrots, deep purple eggplants, and shiny red tomatoes. Sarah stopped at a flower stall, admiring the bright sunflowers and fragrant lavender. The vendor smiled and offered her a sample of homemade honey. "Thank you," Sarah said, tasting the sweet honey and chatting with the friendly vendor for a moment. She moved on to the fruit stall, where the apples looked shiny and delicious. "I would like to buy 6 red apples, please," she said to the farmer. He weighed them carefully and handed her the bag. "That will be $3, he said. Sarah paid him and placed the crisp apples into her tote. Next, Sarah browsed a stall selling homemade bread. The baker offered her a warm sample. The bread was soft and smelled wonderful. "I'll take a loaf, please," Sarah said, and the baker wrapped it up for her. As she walked between the stalls, Sarah noticed a group of children laughing as they tasted juicy strawberries. She smiled, remembering coming to the market as a child herself. She stopped to listen to the street musician playing a cheerful tune on his guitar. The music made the whole market feel even more lively. Sarah dropped a coin into his open guitar case and thanked him for the music. At the cheese stall, Sarah sampled a piece of creamy cheese. "This is delicious," she said. The vendor grinned. "It's made fresh every morning." Sarah bought a small piece to take home. Sarah's tote bag was getting heavier with every purchase. She paused to look around, enjoying the colorful umbrellas shading the stalls and the friendly faces all around her. Before leaving, Sarah stopped at a small coffee stand. She ordered a cup of coffee and chatted with the barista, who remembered her from last week. "Enjoy your day at the market, Sarah," he said. "Thank you. You too," she replied, feeling happy and relaxed. With her shopping finished, Sarah took a moment to sit on a bench and watch the busy market. She listened to the sounds, breathed in the fresh air, and felt grateful for such a wonderful morning. Her shopping trip had started well. With her first purchases made, Sarah felt happy and ready to explore the rest of her day. The market had given her not just food, but also smiles, music, and memories. Now, let's practice the vocabulary we just heard in scene 1. Listen carefully to each sentence, and then repeat it. This is your first chance to use your voice. I will say a phrase, leave a pause, and then you say it. Try to copy the pronunciation and intonation as closely as you can. Don't be shy. Speak out loud. A beautiful Saturday morning. She grabbed her favorite cloth bag, her shopping list. Birds were singing in the trees. She could smell the sweet scent of fresh strawberries and the savory aroma of baking bread. I would like to buy 6 red apples, please. Excellent work. You are training your brain and your mouth. Try these lines a few times, slow first, then a little faster. Now let's move on to scene 2 to see what Sarah does next. After buying the apples, Sarah's next mission was to find the perfect tomatoes. She was making her grandmother's famous pasta sauce, and the recipe demanded only the best. The market was busy and full of life. Sarah walked past stalls filled with bright fruits and vegetables. She smiled at a vendor selling oranges, and waved to another arranging fresh lettuce. She stopped at a stall with a friendly woman selling tomatoes. "Good morning! Your tomatoes look amazing," Sarah said. The vendor smiled. "Thank you, they are fresh from my garden." She needed ripe, juicy, vibrantly red tomatoes, bursting with the sweet, sun-kissed flavor of summer. Nothing less would do. Sarah picked up a tomato and smelled it. "This one smells so fresh," she said. The vendor nodded. "Yes, it's perfect for sauce." Sarah put it in her bag and looked for more. She knew exactly where to go. At the bustling market, Sarah looked for Maria's familiar blue and white striped stall near the fountain. Maria, the tomato vendor, waved to Sarah. "Sarah, it's so good to see you, making the famous sauce?" she asked. Sarah laughed. "Yes, Maria, I need your best tomatoes today." Maria's face lit up. "Sarah, it's so good to see you, making the famous sauce?" Sarah smiled. "It's good to see you too, Maria. You know it. I need your absolutely best tomatoes." Maria held up a large, deep red tomato. "You came to the right place. This one is perfect." Sarah bought a few more tomatoes and thanked Maria. She walked to another stall where a man was selling fresh basil. "Hello, can I have some basil, please?" Sarah asked. "Of course, it goes well with tomatoes," the man replied. Sarah smiled. "Thank you. Now I have everything I need for the sauce." She felt happy and proud of her choices. "Great. Now let's practice. First, we'll do a listen and repeat exercise. I'll say a line and you'll repeat it aloud. Focus on the pronunciation and rhythm. Ready? Listen, then repeat. I would like some tomatoes, please. Listen, then repeat. These tomatoes are very fresh. Now try this. Can you help me choose the best tomatoes? Thank you for your help. Listen, then repeat. It's so good to see you. Listen, then repeat. I need your absolutely best tomatoes. Listen, then repeat. You came to the right place. Excellent. Now let's try shadowing. This time speak at the same time as me. Ready? I would like some tomatoes, please. Say it together. These tomatoes are very fresh. Say it together. Great job. Remember, practice makes perfect. Try these lines again on your own. You are doing amazing. Excellent. Now for a technique called shadowing. This time don't wait. Speak at the same time as the speaker. Try to match their rhythm and intonation. It's a powerful way to build fluency. We'll now play the full conversation. Try to speak the lines along with the characters. Don't worry if it's difficult, just do your best. Ready? Speak with them now. Maria. Sarah, it's so good to see you. Making the famous sauce? Sarah. It's good to see you too, Maria. You know it. I need your absolutely best tomatoes. Maria. You came to the right place. This one is perfect. After the bakery, Sarah had everything she needed for her grandmother's pasta sauce. Her tote bag was full of fresh groceries, apples, bread, cheese, and of course, beautiful tomatoes. She walked to the checkout, humming a happy tune, ready to pay and head home. At the checkout counter, Sarah placed her groceries on the conveyor belt. The cashier greeted her with a friendly smile. "Did you find everything you needed today?" he asked. "Yes, thank you. It's a lovely market," Sarah replied, returning the smile. As the cashier scanned her items, Sarah reached into her pocket for her keys. Suddenly, her smile faded. Her keys weren't there. She checked her other pocket, still nothing. A small feeling of panic started to grow in her chest. She quickly searched her bag, moving aside apples and bread, but the keys were gone. Her heart beat faster. She looked up, hoping she hadn't dropped them. The people in line behind her waited patiently, and the cashier gave her an understanding look. "Is everything okay?" the cashier asked gently. Sarah tried to stay calm. "I can't find my keys," she said, her voice a little shaky. A woman behind her offered, "Do you want to check your bag again? Sometimes I lose things in mine, too." Sarah nodded gratefully and took a deep breath. Sarah emptied her tote bag onto the counter. Apples, bread, cheese, tomatoes, but no keys. She felt embarrassed and worried. I'm so sorry, she said to the cashier and the people waiting. Take your time, the cashier replied kindly. We all lose things sometimes. Sarah searched frantically, checking all her pockets again, then looking through her entire tote bag. Still, no keys. Where could they be? She closed her eyes for a moment and tried to remember. Let me retrace my steps, she thought. I paid for the bread, then I bought apples, then I came here. She pictured herself walking through the market, hoping to remember where she last saw her keys. This is a stressful situation. Let's pause and look at some useful vocabulary from this scene to describe Sarah's feelings. Let's learn some words to describe what Sarah is feeling. First, panic, a sudden, strong feeling of fear that you can't control. In the story, Sarah felt a wave of panic when she couldn't find her keys. Panic, a sudden, strong feeling of fear that you can't control. In the story, Sarah felt a wave of panic when she couldn't find her keys. Next, worried, feeling anxious or troubled about a problem. While panic is sudden, being worried can last longer. Sarah was worried about how she would get into her house. Worried, feeling anxious or troubled about a problem. While panic is sudden, being worried can last longer. Sarah was worried about how she would get into her house. Another useful phrase is to retrace your steps, to go back over the path you just took, often to find something you've lost. Sarah tried to retrace her steps in her mind. To retrace your steps, to go back over the path you just took, often to find something you've lost. Sarah tried to retrace her steps in her mind. Let's practice these words together. Listen and repeat after me. I felt panic when I lost my keys. I was worried about getting home. I tried to retrace my steps. Now try making your own sentences. For example, I panicked when I couldn't find my wallet, or she retraced her steps to find her phone. Say your own sentences out loud or write them down to help you remember. Now it's your turn. Make your own sentences using these words. Say them aloud or write them down to help you remember. Let's try one together. Repeat after me. I felt panicked when I lost my phone. Pause for repeat. He was worried he would be late. Pause for repeat. Let's try one together. Repeat after me. I felt panicked when I lost my phone. Pause for repeat. Excellent. Remember, it's normal to feel panic or worry sometimes. The important thing is to stay calm, ask for help, and retrace your steps. You are doing great. Great. Now try this one. He was worried he would be late. Pause for repeat. Now let's see what happens next. Will Sarah find her keys? Let's move on to the next scene and find out together. Excellent work. Now that you've practiced, let's see how Sarah's problem gets solved in scene 4.
As Sarah sat on the bench, looking worried, a young man approached with a kind smile. "Excuse me, are you Sarah? I think I found your keys near the fruit stall," he said, holding out a colorful bird-shaped keychain.
Sarah's eyes lit up with relief. "Yes, those are mine. Thank you so much. I was so worried," she said, smiling gratefully.
The young man laughed softly. "I saw them on the ground and asked a few people. I'm glad I found you. It's easy to lose things on busy days."
"Thank you again," said Sarah. "You really saved my day. How can I thank you?" The young man smiled. "Just pay it forward. Help someone else when you can."
Sarah watched the young man walk away, still smiling. She sat for a moment thinking about what had happened. She realized that even small problems can be solved with kindness and a little help.
Sarah stood up, put her keys safely in her bag, and walked home with a light heart. She thought, "Today I learned to stay calm, ask for help, and be grateful for kind people."
Later at home, Sarah practiced her English. She repeated new words from the market and told herself, every day is a chance to learn and grow. Remember, learning English is a journey. Practice a little every day. Listen to stories, repeat phrases, and try to shadow the speaker. Don't worry about mistakes. They help you improve. Here are some tips. Set a small goal each day, like learning 5 new words or practicing a short conversation. Celebrate your progress, even if it's just a little. Remember, every step counts. Now let's practice together. Repeat after me. I am grateful for kind people. I can solve problems calmly. Every day I get better at English. Now let's try shadowing. Speak at the same time as me. Thank you for your help. Say it together. I learn from every experience. Say it together. I will keep practicing. Say it together. You are doing great. Remember, practice makes progress. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every success, no matter how small. Thank you for practicing with me today. Listen again, repeat, and shadow the lines. I look forward to helping you again on your language journey. Goodbye for now. Remember, listen, repeat, shadow. See you next time.